me. I'm so sorry it's so late. I actually just got finished with the CPEN training, 3.5 hour training. So I thought I'd do this since I haven't had a lot of time to sit down and go over that. The new packets are out. This is our second to last. Monday will be our last packet out. Please remember to come by. I should be here about 10 to maybe one or two every day next week. Um, there's a little bag for the kids, so I want to actually hand it to them instead of leaving it on the porch because I don't want someone to come and take it. Um, so the packets will be out front in bags, um, and I will keep the special bags in here with me. So just bang on the door. Like I said, I'll be here hopefully from 10 to 1 or 2 every day next week, except around 11 so I can get the kids' lunches and drop them off. So just keep that in mind. And the new packets are out right now. So we're going to go over those packets right now. And then after this, I'm going to read 3 books since I promised I'd read at least 1 book a week or 1 book a day this week. And then next week, I've got some really special books that the kids really enjoyed this year. And some really funny ones. And then you can kind of see what we were kind of doing during the school year. So let's get right into the packet. So this is a little bulky. You can kind of tell. You can't really tell by this. But it's a little bulky, and you will see why here in a minute. Get this out. Okay, so make sure I got everything out of here. Okay, so you guys have 2 scavenger hunts. One's a rainbow scavenger hunt, and one is a scavenger hunt neighborhood. So, like I said, I laminate these just for you guys so you can keep them around. Um, and you guys can mark them off as you go. You can make it as a whole trip. Um, make it as a fun little thing of how many times you can find that and not make little notches on the pictures. So the first thing, of course, is the activities to do at home. Using the characters and paper provided, which is all in here. Have your child draw their own tree and color the characters. Place the tree and the characters somewhere you and your child can add or subtract these characters daily from the tree. So our story this week is the busy tree. So it kind of goes, there's nest with eggs, nest without eggs. There's a little boy and a little girl swinging on a swing. Um, there's birds, spiders, all this kind of stuff that you can add and take away. Um, so you guys can talk, so you and your child can talk about how busy their tree is that day. Sometimes they might not just have anything on the tree. Perfectly fine, but make that discuss the addition and the subtraction, the very simple addition and subtraction. Using the construction paper and watercolors provided, have your child create their own busy trees. It says bice tree, but busy tree. Have them tell you the story of their busy tree, and after they're finished, and make sure you write it down. That kind of helps with the word recognition as they're saying it, and it makes their words seem more important um, that they're being written down. While out on your scavenger hunts, walks, or playing outside, going to the lake, etc., whatever you guys are doing right now. I know the lake is a really big hit right now. I've personally been out more this year than I have in like the past, I don't know, 15 years probably. There is a chart in here. Find 10 items or objects. Use the chart to chart the 10 items by their weight, their size, color, and shape. So that your child can draw them. If you guys have a weight and he wants to kind of compare, write down the numbers, anything like that, they can draw what the object looks like, that kind of stuff, using any book or picture of your child's choice. Have your child draw a figure or object from the book or picture from the book, focusing on the body parts and the details and the positions of the whatever's in the picture. So try to find a book that has a lot of people in it or animals in it, so your child can draw and color um, the movement of that thing. of that living thing, I should say. You know, if their arm's up here, let them explain to you why the arm's up here and have them draw the arm. Their legs, like they're running, see if they can draw um, the person running, something like that. Now this one is actually a YouTube video it's called Bounce Patrol. The kids loved it. We watched it a lot. Um, the song is If Animals Dance. It's also on this paper, so if you forget, it's okay. Have your child and possibly you move your bodies the same way each animal does in the song. We did a lot of this kind of stuff when we couldn't go outside. We did a lot of the animal things because it's kind of cool how your body can kind of move towards the animals. Um, you and your child can also use the animal action cards that are provided, which I will show you here in a little bit, to move your bodies in different ways. This also kind of helps with their physical health. You know, working the muscles they usually don't, seeing what kind of movements their bodies or what kind of shapes their bodies can get into. Um, the last thing on here is while out on your family adventures, encourage your child to find different sized rocks. Make sure when you do this project that you have a bag. Pretty sturdy bag because I know some of these rocks could be pretty big. Take the rocks home, wash them, and have your child paint, draw, um, create a pet rock, etc. with the rocks. After your child is finished, go on another family adventure or keep them in your car so when you are out and about, your child can share their creations with the community. You never know when these rocks might make someone's day. I know we've been going out to walk and there's been a lot of these kind of cool painted rocks. So I kind of threw this into Sophia's mind. So we're going to actually go and look for a lot of rocks on some of these walks we're going to start having with school actually technically being out. So she can paint them and she's kind of excited to put them different places and hopefully. And when it comes to the pet rocks, seriously, let them kind of go crazy. If you guys still have the pom poms and you guys have glue them on there. Like have fun, find scraps of paper, anything like that. And hopefully maybe you'll see it on Westwood Needs, you know, hey, we found this rock here. Um, and if you guys go out of town, I know it's kind of a risky thing right now to go out of town, but if you do, bring the rocks with you. That's why I said put them in your car. Um, that way they can get really spread out. I know it's exciting for the kids to find these rocks, so I mean, why not have a little fun adventure with it of basically a full-blown community hide and seek. The bummer part is if they don't find them or they don't post it. But if you guys find rocks, post them on the Facebook page. So that way, you know, it could be one of our kids who made the rock. I know Sophia took some home and she wanted to put them in a garden. So I mean, even if you guys find rocks and the kids don't want to give them out, make a display outside so everyone can see them. Anything like that, just because I know it's kind of nice and you kind of get a little smile on your face when you see kind of things like that. Because like, okay, someone took time to do this, and so I think it'd be kind of fun. It keeps the kids busy, and it really doesn't cost a whole lot, especially if you just find stuff around your house. So thought it might be a fun little fun thing. So now I'm going to go into the True Blue packet. That's just the activities to do at home and to go through what's kind of in here, kind of an overview of what's in here. Um, this page here, there's actually two stapled together. It says, what living things did you see on your scavenger hunt / outdoor time? So the front page has, you know, some squirrels, I think, some raccoons, some chipmunks, some different kinds of bugs. And from what we want to see here is, so it says these are some insects, animals, and flowers you might see. Next to the picture, you can write what you see. Draw other animals or flowers you see. So see, there's the blank spots. So your child can kind of draw what they saw, you know. It could be an ant. They can draw an ant in there for a bug. Any of the animals, I know we have a bunch of raccoons at our house, so that would be it. They can draw the deer that they see any of the deer. Out in Pinetown, I heard there's a pretty good sized bear. If you see the sized bear, your child can draw that. There's the flowers. Have them draw the flowers. And then there's blank squares so that your child can draw whatever they see. If they see a tree, I mean, they live in trees, but if they see a specific tree that they want to, display, anything like that, have them have fun with that. That goes there. And then there's a little matchup sheet. Make sure I put it on right. I use Sophia's packet, so I don't want to mess it up. The Match It Up sheet 1. And basically, parents, you're going to have to help with this one. And this is have your child match the number to the correct amount of animals. So that might be a little, it might take some time. Don't forget the kids can color it. And where you can go a little bit further is have your child try to write these numbers. You never know. Or make their own group. So after this is done, they can write their number 1 and draw a certain animal. Draw their number 2, draw draw 2 animals, kind of things. Try to broaden or expand it so then it kind of, instead of just having the paper, you can go a little bit further with it. And it kind of, especially if your child looks and seems intrigued with this, let it keep going. The next page in the packet is sight word fluency. Like you can see, there's pictures at the bottom that your child can color and cut. I apologize, I printed on colored paper. And then have them follow the sentence. She sits under the tree. And they have to try to match the correct picture, and then they can glue it by that sentence. With that, they're focusing a lot on the word under. So after you finish this, ask your child some other things that are under. How many times you guys can use the word under in a day, kind of thing. Here is the chart for the 10 objects. So there's the shape, color, size, and weight. So you guys can weigh it. Your child can draw the shape that it is, the color that it is, and the size. Now, when it's size, you can be big, little. We're not looking for some specifics. But you do have that ruler that I gave you a couple weeks ago. So you guys can, if you guys have it around, you guys want to measure it, why not? You can put the measurement on there. Then, of course, we have the Busy Tree coloring page. And then this is where the watercolor comes in and our construction paper. So here's the directions right here. Like you can see, they use kind of hard, especially with this paper, but when you see it, they use construction paper to cut out the tree, and they use tissue paper for the leaves. Your child can do whatever they want on this. They can draw a tree. This also goes with the other Busy Tree counting, adding, and subtracting. You can even paint their hand, and their hand can be the top of the tree. So it's whatever you guys want to do. So here's the instructions to that, and basically you're going to make your own Busy Tree. Let them tell you the story, and there is actually some watercolor. So if they draw a tree, have them use crayon. We did this this year. It was really fun. The kids really liked it. You guys will see the names of what we did. So make sure they use colored crayon with this one when they're drawing stuff on the tree. If they're drawing the tree, make sure it's on this paper. It is white paper. It's cut. It's a little thick. This is actually watercolor paper. We used this for them to write their names, and then they did watercolor over it, which was really cool. So make sure when you do use your watercolors, which here you guys go, brand new ones right here, make sure you watercolor on this paper. It actually makes other color crayons pop. So it's actually a really cool thing at the end when it dries. It looks really awesome. And then here are the characters. The characters for the Busy Tree. When you guys, this is the second Busy Tree. This is the one that you're going to add and subtract. Like I said, there's chipmunks, acorns, ants, spiders with webs, owls, chickens, birds, all that stuff in here. They can color them. They can cut these out so they can kind of add and subtract. If you don't want to do that, you can always glue them. But there's brown paper back here and some green paper that you guys can use for this one, as well as the watercolor one. And then we have some songs, of course. So we have nature's music, and then we also have winter, spring, summer, and fall. So a season song and a nature music. Since a lot of our stuff this week just got talked about, sorry guys, talked about nature. I thought we'd keep that going. And then our fun little cooking, if you guys want to say it, cooking sheet, which is the dirt pudding cups with gummy worms. This was always my favorite in preschool. We actually made it, I don't think it was last year or the year before. The kids really enjoyed it. It gives you the recipes and what to do, and it's really fun for the kids to smash the Oreos, and just a fun little project, and they're amazing. So, what a plus. And then here is the paper with, I'm trying to say, here's the animal cards. So these are all laminated and cut for you guys. Like the top one here is trot like a horse. And don't be embarrassed to do this kind of stuff. Trust me, after a while, you kind of get over the embarrassment part. Um, Luckily, no one really watches our cameras here because they probably see some interesting stuff of us dancing with the kids. So it's just a fun little thing. And then it also kind of gives you a write-up of what to do, some different versions of a game you can play with these. So keeps you guys busy. I know it's kind of a short week, and sooner, I mean, a couple days, it'll be Monday, and I'll be doing this again for you guys. So, let me do this. And I just want to let you guys know that you guys can go onto the YouTube channel or even on here. Let your kids watch the movie if they really enjoyed a book. Um, you can have them watch it over and over again if you want. Not just that, but a lot of these books came from Amazon, or a lot of the books that I'll be sharing next couple weeks, I'll tell you if it was on Scholastic, because I mean, if you're a lot of our kids really enjoyed these books. We enjoyed reading some of these, especially some from next week, which I'm kind of excited about. Some of the books we haven't even read that I'm pulling out. We got them 2 weeks after we closed. So these are some brand new books for the kids. So it'd be kind of nice for you to share them with them. And that is seriously the packet. I did, while I'm going through and closing up the preschool, I found something we made in March, and it was the day before we closed, I want to say, or 2 days before we closed, something like that. The leprechaun came and visited us. I don't know if a lot of you, if you guys remember that. A lot of the kids were really excited about that. A couple days before that, we started a book, which if you're going to come back next year, we're going to do a lot more of these kind of books, and we're going to put them on display. So the parents, while they're waiting, can see if you guys are allowed to. I don't know. But I might share these on the Facebook page as well as we create them. This one is How to Catch a Leprechaun. We don't have the whole class in here, but I just want to read this to you guys so you guys can kind of tell what some of the things the kids said. This was from May, and it said, I use garlic, watermelon salad, lettuce, coconut in my box. So we're talking about our boxes that we had around to catch the leprechaun that did not, but he brought us some cool treats. And so then Aaliyah put with a rope, with a flag, and with flowers, with a basket and a cup, and a JC dog and a car. So this is basically and this is how I want you guys to be doing stories at your house. Is basically write word for word what they say, even if it doesn't make sense. Like let's just write what it says, what they say. Bodie put my use a big green button. I press it and a trap comes out and food. So at least he has to feed the leprechaun. Brantley Bowen put feed it carrots, feed it chicken. Kanan put hit him with apples, carrots, broccoli, Coke, crayons, and markers. So he's gonna knock that leprechaun out before I get some. Kai put with a bucket, with carpet, and with a toy, and with a paper, with a pencil, and with a stamp. So I guess so he can mail some letters. Alice put you close a storybook, the unicorn storybook, some dragons in it, some dinosaurs. So read him a book, I'm assuming. Emberlyn put, I pet a leprechaun puppy. I like a leprechaun with a ball flower, with a rope, with a nut. I use a evil dog, like Scooby Doo, and a snake. So she's using a little bit of every material. James put with food, a carrot, an apple, and vegetables, a bunch of them. So at this time we were going over a lot of vegetables and stuff, so probably why there was so much food in this. And Sophia put candy in a trap, put Coke. He likes to drink Coke. That's it. So next year we're gonna do a lot more of these, and we're gonna make them at least, I don't know, once a month, if not more. These are kind of fun little things. And like this one, I laminated. I only had those little um, fasteners, but I'll buy some rings and put in here. So then they can actually, I can put them out in the classroom as well. So your kids can read these too. They're really fun, and I couldn't show you the pictures because I don't want it to fall apart, but there's pictures on some of these, and it's just a really cool idea. So we're going to start more of that next year, and I just wanted to share this one that I found while I was going through stuff. Um, and so I will see you guys back in a couple minutes. I'm going to start reading, and just want to remind you guys, there's 3 books. So you're going to see this video and 3 other videos, so then they can separate them, so they don't have to listen to 2 different books if they want to get to the last book. So I will see you guys back in a little bit. Okay, bye.